Hi there. I'm bringing you another new comic book day pickups video. There's also some other books that weren't new books this week that I picked up afterwards. And don't mind me if it sounds like I'm talking really loud. I shot this video once, but somehow the mic got turned down, and I want to make sure that you can hear me. But I turned the mic up, so everything should be fine. I don't know what happened. Maybe it happened when I was on the Comic Vets Show Us What You Got last night. You guys let me know in the comments whether you could bear it, whether you could hear it. You said you could hear me, but then I went today and my mic had reset to half the volume, so I don't know what happened. So anyway, new books first. Then I will show you the other stuff that I picked up. And this is New Comic Book Day for the 3rd of September. I'm shooting this the day after. But we're going to start with Absolute Green Lantern. This is now my second favorite of the ongoing Absolute series. The Absolute Martian Manhunter had been my second favorite, but it's going on hiatus now. The issue number 6 for Martian Manhunter was pretty good. I liked it. It was a nice sort of wrap up, and I don't know. We'll see whether it comes. They say it's coming back. It's just going on a break. We'll see whether it actually comes back or not. But that I'm loving this story. It is so good. I have to admit, the first couple issues I was very confused, and some parts of it can be a little confusing. But it's just this wonderfully dark and mysterious story going on there. But okay, my favorite out of the Absolute series is Absolute Superman. Although I have to admit, the reveal that happened at the end of issue number 10 was not my favorite reveal. Some people loved that reveal, but it was okay. I kind of wish that the reveal of that character, make that character somebody else. You didn't have to use that character. You could have waited and introduced that character later or something. I don't know. I didn't love it. So, but I'm hoping. Usually, there's an episode. People sometimes say episodes and issues, and now I'm doing it too. It's an issue, not an episode. It's sort of like an episode. But there hasn't been 2 bad issues in a row for that series. So I said episodes again, didn't I? There has been 2 bad issues in a row, or maybe I did. I don't know. My mind is over here somewhere. All right, next up we have Batman issue number 1. This is the Gabriel Del Auto cover. So I decided this was going to be the pickup of my choice, or the cover of my choice for this series. I tried to get I went to my LCS, my new LCS, and they didn't have extra blind bags of Batman number 1. They only bought enough for those who ordered it. So, something just happened. Anyway, so I wasn't able to get it from them. Maybe I'll see if Jay at Rolling Tales can pick it up, but I have a feeling he won't be able to get. I have a feeling you won't be able to get it anymore. You can't order it. Like it's out there now. It's done. It's going to be on the secondary market. It's going to be insanely expensive, and I'm not going to pay that. So. If I go into, say, West Eminent Coin and Stamp tomorrow, and they actually have some, which I doubt very much, then maybe I'll pick one up. But I would only pick up one. I would not pick up a whole bunch, because I don't need that many covers. But moving along, I saw this cover. Speaking of buying books for covers, I saw on Heroes for Hire Comic Club, shout out to Matt, Poison Ivy number 36. I saw him showcase this cover, one of his videos, and I had to go buy it. I seriously, I could not resist that one. There was another one that I considered as well, where they had Ivy standing in front of a wall of what looked like ivy, and there were skeletons embedded in the ivy beside her. That one looked pretty cool, but I couldn't find that one, and so I decided to go with that one. And I think that's probably the better choice. Imperial War Exiles. I enjoyed the Imperial story. It was kind I think it was just a 3-issue mini or something like that. I can't remember. And I haven't actually read the other Imperial War one-shots yet. I will at some point. Maybe today. I have a whole lot of reading I got to catch up on. But it's been fun. Or at least the Imperial 3 issues. I think it was only 3 issues. I'll have to double check that later. It was good. All right, now I picked up again an Archie comic. This is actually the first new Archie comic I bought in a long time. And I bought this mainly because it is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Magic Unleashed. So I had to get that because Sabrina is my favorite Archie character by far. And when I say by far, I don't really pay attention to the other Archie characters too much, unless I find really cool covers with Betty and Veronica on it, or something really, really hilarious with Jughead on it. But I don't collect runs, I collect covers for that, but only here and there, and if I can get them in the dollar bin. But when it comes to Sabrina, yeah. Oh, and a shout out to Mark's issues with Archie Comics. I think that's how it is. I'll put it out as one of my shout outs for him. If you like Archie Comics, go watch his videos. They're not really long videos, and he shows a lot of great covers, and you learn a lot about Archie history from him. So, all right, moving on to we have from IDW Star Trek Voyager Homecoming issue number 1, and this is a David Nakayama cover. Oh, and that Sabrina cover was a Dan Parent cover, so just to let you know. But yes, and I decided to go with picking up Star Trek Voyager Homecoming issue number 1. I did not pick up issue number 2 of Star Trek Red Shirts. I know the FOMO Squad, shout out to the FOMO Squad. I know they love that. I didn't love it. It was good, but I didn't love it enough to pick up issue number 2. If it somehow ends up in the dollar bin, then I might try it. Anyway, moving right along, last of the new pickups for this week, we have from Dynamite Entertainment, we got Vampirella Armageddon issue number 2. Now, this is actually not from this week, this is from last week. I think it's either from last week or the week before, I can't remember. But I picked this up specifically because this is the cosplay cover for this issue. And I saw on Instagram the cosplayer, who I follow on Instagram, talk about being happy this was her first ever Vampirella cover and being so excited about it. Now, and her Instagram, her name is Lauren DeLorean. I hope I'm saying that right. She's a model, cosplayer, nerd, aesthetic artist. I will put her Instagram and any other socials I can for her in the description for this video. Okay, now that is the last of the new books. Now we're going to go on to the other books that I picked up. So let's see, what am I going to do there? I'm going to start with the 2 books. I went to Goodwill right after because I've been having such good luck finding books at Goodwill. So I've been going after I go pick up books every week. Because it's so close by, I'm going there every week now just to see if there's something new. And there has been, almost every week there's been something new. And first up, we got Batman's Legends of the Dark Knight, issue number 92. But this is part 1 of 5 of the story known as Snow. And I've heard this was an interesting story, and there's an actual trade for Snow. But I now have this issue number 1, and I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to decide whether I'm actually going to get the trade or not. And if I do, but then I probably will put this in my trade pile. I probably won't keep it, although it's got a really cool cover. I have to admit, that's a pretty cool cover. I don't know who did that cover, but that is a pretty interesting take on Batman. And then I found a trade, and both that book and this trade both cost me $5 each. That's pretty much what they set their books at, regardless of what it is. So you have to be careful not to buy books that are not worth hardly anything. I mean, they used to have their books at like, $1 a piece, but now it's about $4 or $5 usually, unless they're in beat up condition. But they've stopped putting the stickers on the book, which is good. We got Batman, A Lonely Place of Dying, and this is believe this is the aftermath of the story of when Jason Todd dies. So I'm gonna put that there. You can read the back and pause it if you want. All right, then I went to WeBook In afterwards and picked up a few dollar bin books. I'll show you the DC book I picked up. We got The Human Target Book 7, Tom King, Greg Smallwood. This is a DC Black Label book. I have issue 8, which I read already, and I'm going to try to find all the issues of this, or maybe the trade, but the covers for this cover was just so awesome. I was so happy to find that in the dollar bin. And it's going to go in a better bag and board at some point. All right, now we got 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles books. We got Mutant Nation issue number 1. In this book, I already have a cover for this, and it was another one of the alternative covers. I ordered it from Rolling Tales, but now I have this, and I will actually read this issue, and I will keep the other one protected in my collection. All right, now we have issue 1 and 2 of the Night Watcher series, and shout out to TJ from Flash by Night. Almost forgot the name of your channel. Sorry, TJ. On Show Us What You Got last night, I showed these books. So we got issue number 1 of Night Watcher and issue number 2 as well. And I believe he said it's a really good series, and he said I won't spoil it for you. And I also, supposedly the first trade for that series has now come out, and Comics Are Dope is the name of the channel, and I'm trying to remember the name. BJ Kicks. I always forget his handle, his name, but Comics Are Dope. Shout out to BJ Kicks. Talked about the first trade for that is coming up in his trade waiting segment from yesterday. So, I'm going to read those first 2 books. I'm going to keep them because supposedly, I think it was Flash by Night who mentioned that issue 1 tells you who the character is, and issue number 2 tells you the origin. So I'll at least keep that, but then maybe I'll just get the trades. I don't know, but I'm going to keep those 2 issues for sure. So, all right, that is my new comic book day pickups for the 3rd of September, and I certainly hope this volume worked properly this time. All right, thank you very much for watching. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, share. I can't talk today. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Bye.